A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold declaration, Mohammad Eslami, the head of the Atomic Energy Organization of Iran, AEOI, has voiced strong opposition to a U.S.-backed nuclear fuel consortium proposal that dates back to before the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Speaking to Iranian media on Sunday, Eslami recounted the history of the proposal, which he claims resulted in significant losses for Iran without any strategic benefits. He stated that the U.S. had urged Iran to abandon its pursuit of an independent nuclear fuel cycle in favor of a consortium plan, which ultimately led to the loss of Iranian assets. According to Eslami, the Shah of Iran invested $1 billion into the consortium, which was established in France, only to be told later that non-European countries, including Iran, could not be members. This led to the creation of a joint Iranian-French company, but Eslami lamented that it yielded no advantages for Iran, resulting in further asset losses. These remarks come at a time when discussions surrounding Iran's nuclear program have resurfaced, particularly in light of new proposals aimed at addressing the ongoing nuclear issue. Eslami emphasized that uranium enrichment is a cornerstone of Iran's nuclear industry, labeling it a red line for the nation. He stated, "No one can deny Iran the right to enrich uranium. Without enrichment, we cannot conduct our research or produce isotopes for industrial use." Eslami further clarified that while the Foreign Ministry is responsible for negotiations, Iran's advancements in nuclear technology are lawful responses to external sanctions and are aimed at achieving energy independence. He expressed a firm stance, asserting, Iran will not return to the past. In a related development, a senior Iranian official has criticized the latest nuclear deal proposal presented by the U.S., describing it as incoherent and disjointed. This revelation comes as momentum in negotiations appears to be waning, raising concerns about the future of the discussions. The U.S. proposal, which was presented to Iran recently, purportedly allows for limited low-level uranium enrichment on Iranian soil for a yet-to-be-determined duration. However, Iranian diplomatic sources have indicated that the U.S. proposals do not accommodate Iran's demand to continue enriching uranium within its borders, leading to speculation that Iran may draft a negative response to the offer. The backdrop of these negotiations is fraught with tension, as a breakdown in talks could prompt European nations to impose stricter UN sanctions on Iran, potentially leading to military actions against its nuclear facilities. In light of these high stakes, Iran is likely to temper its response to the U.S. proposals to keep the door open for further discussions. The U.S. has also suggested that Iran could participate in a regional consortium for uranium enrichment alongside Saudi Arabia, but this arrangement would not take place on Iranian soil. The notion of a Middle East consortium for a civil nuclear program raises questions of trust among the involved nations and would necessitate ongoing external inspections. Previously, it seemed that the Trump administration might allow Iran to enrich uranium at low levels, provided that U.S. inspectors had access to Iranian nuclear sites. However, that possibility now appears to be diminishing. On a recent visit to Cairo, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi hinted at a forthcoming response to the U.S. proposals, yet he remained tight-lipped about the progress of the negotiations. Notably, Iran had suspended its uranium enrichment activities for 2 years starting in November 2003, but rejected a European plan in 2005 that involved using imported low-enriched nuclear fuel for its reactors. Currently, the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, is preparing a report that highlights Iran's continued enrichment of uranium at high levels, contrary to the agreements made in 2015. This report is expected to be utilized by France, Germany, and the UK to advocate for a board vote that could lead to the reimposition of UN sanctions in September. Iranian officials have dismissed the IAEA report as lacking new information, accusing Western nations of pressuring the agency to adopt a propagandistic tone. Araghchi emphasized the importance of the IAEA maintaining its independence and technical integrity, asserting that Iran's enrichment activities are peaceful and a testament to the scientific achievements of its scientists. As the situation evolves, the world watches closely, aware that the outcome of these negotiations could have far-reaching implications for regional stability and international relations. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.